Hi everyone. Okay, so this is last week's video this week. And like I said last week, I'm not going to get a video done tomorrow because I'm out of Sydney all day. Can't even play hockey tomorrow night. I'm not going to be back in time. So that's a bummer. And I could have played 2 games tomorrow too, which is another bummer. But anyway, it's time to do some stitching on my bird. So I have this wool, which I think is a really great autumn tones to go on my bird. And I hope I stay on screen because I have zoomed in quite a bit to hopefully let you see what I'm doing. So I'm essentially just going to be thread painting my bird. Okay, so this has got variegation in the colour, and that is going to come out in the bird. So I'm going to start up here near the beak, and I don't know how much of it I'm going to thread paint. I'm just going to see what it looks like and decide as I go along how much I'm going to do. So essentially I'm using a 4-ply wool. It's also known as a sock fingering wool, which is a good thickness for this thread painting. And I am just doing random long and short stitches, which I will continue to use as I gradually fill in the feathers of my bird. So this little section here is actually darker than what this thread is, but I don't think it really matters if I change the colour a bit because I'm just trying to stick with autumn tones. I don't have a huge amount of brown wools. I probably need to get some more. It's not normally a colour I gravitate to. I always gravitate to greens and pinks and things like that. But some browns and darker browns and stuff would actually come in quite handy. Now you do not have to thread paint with wool. You can definitely do it with stranded cotton, like the DMC. This is an old one, but this kind of thing. So anything from 1 strand, which would take a really long time to thread paint, but it would look a lot neater, up to the whole 6 strands. So the full, like you wouldn't separate any strands out. It'd be the full thing, is what I was trying to say. I was just slowly getting my words out. You can also thread paint, obviously, in like crewel wool is good. Appleton, for example, the thin one. Thick one might be a bit thick. Thicker one is good for couching because it's quite thick. I don't have one right next to me to show you. You could essentially do it with like perlé cotton if you want to. I don't think I'd like the look as much in perlé cotton, but I do really like stitching with these hand-dyed wools. You know that because I use them all the time. So I am literally just doing random straight stitches at all different lengths, and just gradually I will be filling in my bird. Now you don't need to watch this whole thing. I'll do a little bit more, then I'll pop off the camera and I'll do some off camera, and then I'll come back. Just coming here. When I come back up through the fabric, I try to just come up somewhere in between the other wool stitches that I've done, just to kind of blend it. I definitely don't want neat lines where I'm coming up and down in the same spot every time. So you can you see there, I'm coming up in between my last 2 stitches to sort of blend it in. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen I went to the Coldplay concert on Saturday night. I literally bought tickets a year ago off a friend. She was the one who was able to get them, which was awesome because it sold out really quick. And she got really good seats, but she got more tickets than she needed. So I was able to buy 2 from her a year ago. And I took Jamie Jamie really likes Coldplay. He's only been to 2 concerts in his life. We went to Bruno Mars a couple of years ago and now Coldplay. And the tickets were not cheap. They were just under 1,000 Australian dollars for the 2. But when we got there, I didn't even know we were in the VIP section, which was cool. So the VIP section was basically, it's at one of our big sports stadiums, our biggest one in Sydney. And I don't know what the capacity is of it now, like 80,000 maybe. Used to be more than that. They actually built it originally for the Sydney 2000 Olympics. And at that time, they had 2 extra big wings on each end, and the seating capacity was 100 and something thousand for the Olympics. And then they left it for a little while, and then eventually they took down the big wings. But it was out at Homebush. For anyone in Sydney, you'll know where that is. And how many concerts did they do here? There was quite a few. I feel like it started on about Tuesday or Wednesday night. I started seeing videos of people that were going up until Sunday night. So we went on Saturday, so second last show in Sydney. And previously, had they been to Melbourne or Brisbane? Melbourne? Yeah, so it's my first time seeing Coldplay live, and I have to say it's the best concert. It was the best concert I've been to. Really enjoyed it. Our seats were right down the front. Pretty much they have like the standing space, which is on the field at the stadium, the mosh pit, as you would, where you can, if you get there early, get your way right to the front, right up to the stage. But we're in the seating section, and it was literally as close as you could get in terms of seating. So it was great because you could sit down for a little bit. Mostly we were standing, but occasionally there was a couple of slower ballad type songs, and people would sit and have a bit of a rest and just watch and enjoy. But yeah, Alfie, super enjoyable concert. And I made lots of little videos, and I put together just a 1-minute snippet of the bits that I filmed. So yeah, that was a really fun night. And Jamie normally wouldn't be in Sydney on Saturdays, but he organised for someone just to cover him so that he could go to the concert, which was great that they let him do that, because I was worried there for a while that he wasn't going to be able to come. So I'm just getting a little bit stuck there. So when you are embroidering, because it's wool, the fibres can start to sort of pull away. My thread is quite long. It probably shouldn't be this long, because as they pull away, it weakens and it can snap. I should probably be stitching with a smaller length, but I'm just going to keep going until it snaps and I need to rethread something. So there's another piece. All right, I'm going to jump off now. I think you can see this technique. I will thread paint all these kind of back feathers, and then I might change colour as I come down. Still not sure. I probably won't embroider the face just because it's got the nice detail of the eye. Could add a touch of the blue on the beak, which would pop. Would be a nice colour variation to the brown. But let's hop off. I'm going to hop off, and I'm going to stitch away while I'm watching the latest episodes of Yellowstone. And I'll come back in a little while and show you where I'm at. Okay, I'll be back soon. All right, so I continued on with a bit of that thread painting, and I will just continue. And I might bring in some other, no Alfie, I might bring in some other wools and colours. So it's pretty much the same. I'm just going to keep going on the bird, and then I'll add some green stuff. This is all down the bottom. This is all stitched down, but I'm going to do some more little embellishing. This I've stitched down with a bit of the muslin on top and the mushrooms. I'll probably do a bit of embroidery on them, and some grass down here. I'm thinking of adding, sorry, just take my needle out, thinking of adding a label. Might do a green one. We'll see. I've got a few of these. I've got Where are they? Some nice linen ones. Okay, so I might add in, I like that green one maybe. A label. I've also finally, zoom you out a little bit. I've stitched down all my leaves. I've got to just do the embellishing on top. I've got a bit of embellishing to do. What else did I do? Nothing. I think that's it for the moment. But anyway, back to my bird. I will keep embellishing my bird and I will come back and show that to you. So I'm going to put this video up tonight. It's only a quick one just to show you what I'm doing with my bird. And then Rach is going to reveal the first winter prompt tomorrow. And then I will get a video done after that, possibly like on the weekend or next week. Anyway, I'm always going to be a little bit behind at the moment, but it doesn't matter. Rach is good at being on schedule, so she'll stick to schedule, and then mine will come when it comes. Okay, so we've got 3 prompts left and not too much time, so I do have a bit of work to do, but I'm gradually chipping away. Well, thank you for watching this week, and I will see you again soon.